Welcome back here to the Hazley Crawford Stadium as we're getting set for match number 2 here in this Tiger Tanks Secondary Schools Football League doubleheader. It's Queen's Royal College coming up against Trinity College East. And again, we expect a really tight encounter. We've just witnessed Samoa North winning their 5th straight game. So they've played 5, won 5, beating 2-0 beating East Mukarapu. And we remember on Wednesday, this Samoa North beat this Trinity East school by 1-0. So they will be looking for some sort of a positive result here today against Queen's Royal College. Queen's Royal College, on the other hand, coming off of a 4-2 victory against Malik. So they will be more in buoyant mood to get a victory. I'm Colin Murray alongside Brent Sancho. And Brent, we see as they see the teams walking out there, it's going to be an interesting matchup because you've looked at the results of Trinity East and they've been losing games 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. So it means that they're well organized. It's just that they can't score goals.
Yeah, they can't. And we saw on Wednesday evidence of that, despite the fact that, of course, they defended quite well. They just weren't able to collectively put together a fluid enough offense that troubled the Samoa North team. And from a QRC perspective, they've had a mixed bag of results as we look at the teams coming out, led by, of course, Crystal Sobers, the official in this game. She actually, Colin, over the weekend, last weekend, did an international game, St. Vincent versus Grenada. In Grenada, Crystal Sobers.
You know, it's great to see that they can come from that level and come to do a Tiger Tank Secondary Schools game. And I think she's really an excellent referee. We see some dignitaries, VIPs, Brent. I'm surprised you're not down there meeting the teams. I'm seeing the president of the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools League, Mariri Gonzalez, is there. The principal of QRC is also there, Mr. David Simon. And of course meeting the Trinity East players, and then they will go on to meet the Queen's Royal College players. Trinity East, Brent, in yellow and blue. I wonder why. Thought they played in a different strip.
Well, they played in blue, of course, over the weekend, on Wednesday against Samoa North. I suspect that's a change strip, as QRC is known for a traditional dark blue, well, they call it navy blue, no assortment of blue.
That's right. Yeah.
The Royalians known for that color. One of those schools that have not really changed their color design. St. Mary's College as well, and Fatima, along the schools that stick to their colors. But I think for this fixture, really, Colin, that both teams have recognized that they need to get a positive results as all the pleasantries are taking place. I suspect they'll be heading up here to shake your hand, Colin, as well next. You're a VIP.
The problem is, Brent, I don't think they've seen me. They haven't recognized me, and maybe I should stand up. But there is the players now actually meeting the officials. Crystal Subas is the referee. She's a good referee, Brent, make no mistake. I've seen her on we've seen her on numerous occasions, and she's a no-nonsense referee. She handles herself very well. Let's have a look at the starting lineup. Of course, Trinity College East with Dalrymple in goal is Daniel, Barnwell, Whiteman, Crowell, Providence, Prince, Frank Williams, Faustin, Bastian Cowan, and Hill. And the coach is Dwayne Davis. Queen's Royal College, on the other hand, they line up with Cassamy in goal. There's Harriman, Kwashi, Nelson, Emmerich, Tuckett, Caruth, Gray, King, Lamsey, and Franklin. And they're coached by none other than former national player Kenwin Jones. So it's interesting lineup here. You give the edge, Brent, to QRC, or you think it's a tough one to call?
It's a tough one to call, and it's simply because Queen's Royal College have had a mixed bag of results. Of course, they lost in the opening day to Samoa North 5-1, but then they had that emphatic victory against Malik, and the last time out 4-2. So it's a team that as I said, have had a mixed bag of results, inclusive in their wins. Colin, they've also beaten East Mokarapo 5-0. They haven't lost since the San Juan North game, so you'd have to suggest that their trajectory is upwards. However, this is a Trinity College East team that defends pretty well.
That's right.
And I think the lack of, as we look at the Queen's Royal College bench, the lack of offensive potency that we saw from Trinity College East on Wednesday is why I might just shade it towards QRC.
Well, Trinity East, they have the kickoff as they get underway at Providence. The skipper is trying to go wide towards Barnwell. It's not able to do that, and it's going to be a through for QRC. Goes all the way back to Harriman. This is King. Tuck it. Plays that ball forward, gets it towards Nelson. Nelson does well, comes in field, but it's picked up by Whiteman. Good turn. Gets it wide to Bastian Cowan. Plays that through ball to Fostin. Sends a dangerous looking ball across. And Harman is there, but he's still struggling to clear it. And given chase, there is Prince, Kaleem Prince. And the shot comes, but goalkeeper Kasemi is in the way. So this is Trinity East in possession, but robbed of it as QRC trying to come away with it. Long clearance downfield, giving chase is that man Fostin. That goalkeeper Kasemi is there. Ball played back towards this is King. Goes back to goalkeeper Kasemi. Foul. It's going to be a free kick for QRC. No doubt Nelson is going to go across a card. Well, that's an early card. And we did say referee Sobers, she is a no-nonsense referee, isn't she? She gives a very early card just in the 3rd minute.
Well, I think where the foul happened and the type of foul as well would have attributed to that. It looked like...
was it Providence, the skipper?
It's
the number 6?
It was a tug on the shirt. Looked like he would have been well in. Caruth, yeah. Turned and was
heading. Is the man heading to goal. So they've got a free kick. Nelson with the free kick goes over to the far post and cleared away. King had come all the way from the back. So it's going to be Tuckett with the throw. Gets it to Nelson. But it's won by Daniel. He still can't get it away. Daniel trying to turn with it. He's not able to get it away. And QRC on the attack again. That ball played forward by Kwashi. So confirmation of that yellow card there for skipper Andrew Providence. So he's got to be careful. Brent, you know, you central defenders, when you get an early card, you can't. That's probably the end of the game for you all, because you can't put in a tackle after that.
Can't remember even getting a card, Colin. It's not part of my DNA. Fair play at all costs. I think you know that.
Okay, if you say so, I wouldn't comment any further. But there is Whiteman getting that ball wide to Daniel. Hill can't control it, and QRC come away with it. It's a good ball. Caruth is making the run forward, but he's in an offside position. But luckily it doesn't go to him. And it's sent downfield. As Trinity is trying to get something going here on that far side. So they're kicking towards the Movie Town goal. That's an interesting ball, played wide, trying to get Bastian Cohen involved, but he can't get there. So QRC in control with Franklin. Plays a good ball, but out comes the goalkeeper. That's good keeping. Gets there very early indeed. Not such a great kick. High, but height, but not real distance. As this is Nelson. Goes back towards Tuckett. He plays a good ball to Lamsey. This is Nelson. Waited too long, but this is Hill going forward, trying to play that ball with, actually that was Frank Williams trying to play that ball towards Foston. Prince just blocking it. Didn't go anywhere. Frank Williams wins it, gets it towards Foston. He flicks that header on to Bastian Cohen. This is Foston. Couldn't get over it. The idea was good. He took it on the chest, Brent, got it down, but just couldn't get that boot over the ball to keep it down.
Yeah, it's good positive play by Foston. I think that without a doubt that's Trinity College's East's biggest goal threat. Got it on the chest here. Speculative ball there by Cohen, but always leaning back and just never really was able to wrap his laces around it. The technique he would use to, of course, bring the trajectory of the ball down. Not a bad effort, good positive play.
So a free kick for Trinity East. The ball comes across. This is King, and was able to clear it for a corner.
He's lucky, Colin.
Yeah,
I just wondered why he didn't use his head.
Yeah, I was about, he cleared it, but he was lucky because it just sliced off his boot, and luckily for him, went high over the goal. So a left-sided corner for Trinity East. It's hit too long. Cleared upfield by Lamsey. Looking for Caruth. Still Lamsey. This is a good movement, but couldn't get by his man. Good defending. James was trying to get by his man, but couldn't. Really good defending.
It's well defended there. Just thought for a minute there that James was in. But Providence sticking to his task.
Too long. So a goal kick for Trinity East. Seems to be Providence, the man going to take the kick. Remember, Trinity East losing their last 3 games by 1-0. That ball sent downfield. A foul committed on Frank Williams. Jeremiah Frank Williams. And it's going to be a free kick for Trinity East. It's going to be left to the skipper, Providence. Gets it to Hill. Wide is Daniel. It's good movement. Daniel gets the return ball. Goes past 1, goes past 2, comes inside, but it's picked up by Lamsey. And getting it forward to Kwashi. He couldn't control it. And Kenwin Jones just got his soul on it and pushed it back for the man to throw the ball. Brent, reminds me of you in your heyday.
I think you haven't seen me playing recently. The heyday's still here, Colin. It's a continuous heyday.
I looked for that. Here is ball sent to Hill. Has to go all the way back. Gets it towards Whiteman. He gets it to Providence. And giving chase is Caruth. It goes wide towards Barnwell. Barnwell does well. Gets it forward to Prince. Back to Barnwell. Oh, does good. He's really playing well. Gets it down the line to Prince. Can he keep it in? He doesn't. And it's going to be a throw for QRC. Malik Harriman with the throw. Just coming up to 10 minutes so far. That's a dangerous ball.
Very risky.
Dangerous ball played to King, and Foston was in like a flash, but in the end King was able to get it away from him. But here comes QRC through Nelson.
That's
nice long ball, but it's just hit a little too
straight.
Far. Yeah,
it's a bit too straight. I was about to say, kind of 10 or so minutes into this one, both teams obviously trying to do the right things, passing, playing, looking to slide balls through like in that instance. It's just lacked a little bit of quality, but otherwise I think the thought behind what they're attempting to do has been okay.
James to Caruth. This is Kwashi. He goes over, and it's going to be Hill coming away with it. Long searching ball. Away goes Foston. This could be a chance here. This could be the goal number 1. He misses.
Needed to steady himself.
This was sort of running away from him, the ball, Brent. He needed to sort of get over it, and in doing so, need to hook it back. But it sort of came off the outside of his boot as well, didn't it? Let's have a look.
Well, he beat his man for pace here. First touch wasn't the best. It should have taken him inside of his defender. Nevertheless, a difficult angle to shoot from. Eventually, when he shoots on goal, he seemed to be a bit off balance. He just never really got to wrap his foot around it. That was a chance.
Yes, certainly was. So it's going to be a throw for Trinity East.
I think a play of Forston's ability, he would be disappointed with that one.
Certainly would be, because he should have done better. He should have hit the target. But as I said, you're right. He was sort of overbalanced, and when he shot, it may have just come off the outside of his boot.
Well, I think this first touch before the shot, Colin, was a poor one. It really should have taken him inside of his defender, not continue to send him outside. That's what eventually happened, which took him away from the goal, and of course made the angle even more difficult, which meant that he would have had to beat the goalkeeper with pace. And I think that's where he became off balance, because he was fully focused on trying to get or generate a lot of power behind the shot, and eventually off balance himself. Well, those are the type of balls that Trinity College East are looking for. Foston is certainly going to feel that he has the beating of these defenders pace-wise anyway.
Long high ball there from Hill, looking for Bastian Cowan, but it goes out, and it's going to be a throw for QRC. Through sent into Lampsey, back to Tuckett. Oh, he gives it away in the middle of the field. Franklin, Harriman. Oh, if he gives it away now to Prince. And so they're passing, going a little bit astray at the moment, Brent. They're not, the passes are...
Yeah, the quality, Colin, the quality just haven't, the idea is good, the intention is good, but the quality that is needed to execute, it's just been very, very poor on both teams, for that matter. And it's the main reason why we're still 0-0.
Here is goalkeeper Dalrymple, gets it to Whiteman, plays a ball over the top, and Prince misjudged that totally. Started to come forward, and then realized the ball was going over his head, and by the time he turned to get it, it had gone over the line. Now this is Gray.
This is a problem.
What is happening here? Oh my word!
This is a problem.
King was backing off. No, the ball was played from Gray to King, and King, for some reason, Brent, he kept backing like he wasn't sure if that was the goalkeeper's ball, if that, and they're having real words now among themselves. But that was, we're talking about the quality of passing and the intention. Let's look at it, Brent. The intention from Gray. Look at King. King is backing, and he never saw Foston come in.
when you're trying to play out of the back, you have to be very precise in what you do. That was not a precise pass, and of course it allowed Foston to latch onto it. You have to be able to, the purpose of playing off out of the back is of course to sometimes in some cases to get possession high up the park, to move the real estate further up. Not like that. It has to have precision behind it.
Couldn't understand though, King. You know, he was just backing off. He never saw Foston.
The pass that was never the pass didn't play
right
to the defender.
He could have thought. Yeah, he thought that it might have been the goalkeeper.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It has to have a high level of precision in it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Once it's not there, it's going to be chaos.
And then you've got to have your two central defenders, Brendan. You will know you've got to have that understanding of yourselves.
And I think once the ball, but what we saw before, an instance before where something similar almost happened. But once you're careless with your passing like that, you're asking for trouble. There's nothing wrong with playing out to the back, but you have to have the players to do it, and of course you have to be a bit brave as well, Colin.
Well, here's QRC trying to hit back right away, and this is a chance here. It's 1-0. No! My word, Kwashi has missed it, and it's cleared away. Well, within a minute, QRC should have been level. Kwashi was straight through on goal. The keeper was coming, he slipped Dalrymple, but here comes Trinity's. This game is heating up. This is Bastian Cohen. Foston, goal number 2, it is! Just like that, in the 17th minute, Foston has got a brace, and this was after Kwashi should have levelled at 1-1. Trinity's came right down, and they've scored their second goal. Well, this is a team who has struggled in the last 3 games to score a goal. They've now scored 2. Look at it, Brent.
Well, didn't he? Yeah, we did say if goals were to come for Trinity College East, it will come from that man. Good first touch. Got it out his feet and placed it back across the goalkeeper. What a miss on the other end, and that is football for you. Sums it up right there. Certainly a contender for the Sports Max app, Colin. It's a good finish. The first touch was top draw. Set himself up, steadied himself, and just placed it into the back of the net. Queen's Royal College really the architects of their own demise.
Yes, they gave the first one away, and
then they missed one.
Yeah, they missed one. And give Trinity's College credit though. They came away, and Foston was very much composed. Here's Hill. Loads of confidence now you would expect from this Trinity East team. But QRC, Brent, they're not out of it, because you saw with that miss, and Caruth had a couple sighters on goal, so did James. So that if they can just not concede again and try and get a goal back, well, who knows?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. They have to cut out the mistakes. They're being punished for the mistakes, and I think on the other end they need to up the quality. There's certainly ability there in the Queen's Royal College team, but they've been shooting themselves in the foot time after time.
It's going to be a free kick here. Nelson is going to go over to take it. Coming up from the back is both King and Gray. So what a start we've had to this game. Goals in the 14th and 17th minute by Jaheim Foston. And all of a sudden, Trinity College East, they're in a 2-0 lead. So Nelson, 2-man wall at the moment. See, goalkeeper Dalrymple saying that's good. He's comfortable. Let's see the delivery now from Nelson. It's not bad, not bad. Well, it's pinball there in front of the goal, and they get it away. Here goes Prince, trying to get it down the line, but it's picked up by...
They should have scored.
Yeah, they should have.
They scored.
But I think it was Caruth. I'm not sure what he was doing, Brent. He should have gone on, met it, and headed it.
Listen, I'm lost for words, Colin, which I'm normally not. Why would you try... I want to call it a scissor kick.
I don't know what you call it. Let's have a look, Brent.
Yeah, look at it here.
Yeah.
Just head the ball.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah, you just got to head the ball there.
Yeah. I'm not. That's youth, I suppose. I wouldn't have tried what he did, Brent.
Well, he would have probably ended up in Mount Hope Hospital.
I mean, that's crazy. He should have gone on, met it with his head. And it was a good delivery, wasn't it?
It was a very good delivery. It would have been a lot easier to meet the ball with your head. Instead, he chose the most difficult option. And again, I have to suggest to you, Colin, that Queen's Royal College is the architects of their own downfall. They've given away a goal.
They could have scored two. Yeah.
And now they might be in further trouble here.
Good idea. He tried to go for the far corner.
The right thing, yeah.
But he hooked it a little too wide. Bastian Cowan. So it's going to be a goal kick for QRC. So just 20 minutes gone. It's been all action this game. It's been a good start.
Yeah, it's been a good start. Both teams now.
I think, Brent, because both teams are evenly matched more or less, I think the first game, the East Mukrapo team was a little bit wary, a little bit concerned of the Samoa North. But here's Bastian Cowan.
Got to hit the target.
Well, comes off of goalkeeper Kasumi.
No, it's not a pass back. I saw claims there of a pass back to the goalkeeper.
It never was.
Never was.
This is Whiteman getting it towards Barnwell. He gets it to Providence, but Barnwell keeps it in. Oh no, he does not, and it's going to be a throw for QRC. Nelson is going to take it. Throws it quickly to Caruth, the skipper. Caruth, two being tackled by both Providence and Barnwell. Eventually it's cleared away by Crowell. Haven't seen much of him in the game, Dexter Crowell. But it's a throw. The throw quickly taken to Caruth. Still Caruth in possession. He decides to go back towards Quashie. This is Tuckett coming up from the back, but he gives it away. This good tackle to get it back because Bastian Cowan was away. Daniel with the throw. Forston. Daniel. Good ball, looking for Prince. He does find Prince, but he can't get past Harriman. Plays that ball to Nelson. Nice conditions here still at the Hazy Crawford. Been a great sunny afternoon as that ball, the loose ball, goes towards Prince. Prince is going, he's away, but harassed by Harriman. Gets by Harriman. Comes in field with it. Still Prince. And eventually the ball is taken away from him, and it runs through to goalkeeper Kasumi. He sends it out towards Nelson.
Yeah, it's a poor throw.
Yeah, it's not a good one. And Trinity go all the way back to goalkeeper Dalrymple. What is he going to do? Gets it to Providence. Picked up by Prince. He's searching for Forston, but it doesn't get to him. It's picked up by Lamsey. Good ball for Nelson. He doesn't control it well, and because of that, it's picked back up here by Trinity East. This is Frank Williams coming forward, but he plays that ball towards Daniel.
Miles offside.
Yep. But it goes out. It's going to be a throw for QRC. He made the run, Brent, long before that the ball was delivered. You just can't do that. And I suppose he can turn around and blame the right back and said you took too long to release it. So you're in a catch-22 situation. When does the fullback release the ball?
Well, he's looking along the line of the defense, so he should know that he's offside.
This is Caruth. Wins the throw-in for QRC. Nice breeze blowing across the ground, but it's still hot, humid, sunny. As that ball is thrown to Quashie. Quashie is trying to play it through towards James, and it's kept in. No, it's not. It's going to be a throw for QRC. Tuckett trying to get it to Lamsey. Didn't do that all too well, but he does get it back, and in fact he can't keep it in. Oh, but there was Bastian Cowan trying to keep it in. Is the bench of Trinity College East. They're pretty happy at the moment as this ball is with Gray. Looking for Nelson, but it's won by Barnwell. And Nelson does well. He's away from Barnwell. Coming inside with it. Gets it to Lamsey. Still, Lamsey has the shot from range, but really and truly was more ambitious than anything else. And no one really controlling the ball at the moment, but it does fall to Kwashi now. And he is trying to go through. You'll think of Kwashi, as we said, trying to go through. He should have equalized for QRC. He was straight through on goal. Had the goalkeeper Dalrymple at his mercy. Was not able to convert, and Trinity East went straight down the field and scored their second goal. So it's going to be a left-sided corner for QRC, and Nelson, Micah Nelson, coming across to take the corner. Last time he sent a really good ball from a free kick, and we see referee Sobers not too sure what the problem is. So there is referee Crystal Sobers. Nelson just, what's the problem? Nelson, the whistle is gone for him to take the corner. He's going to play it short. Back to Nelson.
Should have delivered it.
Yeah, they're messing around with it.
Yeah, he should have delivered it.
I think Coach Kenwin Jones would not be happy with that. They played it short. He got the return ball, Nelson. He should have hit it across.
Well, the opportunity presented itself, didn't it?
Yeah.
And at a good angle as well, where he could have used his right foot to place it into the box and just never did. And instead of a position of a corner, they ended up with a throw. That's a foul.
Yes, it's going to be a free kick for Trinity East.
They've lost their way a bit, Queen's Royal College.
I think both teams
have,
in a way.
Yeah.
The last 5 minutes have been pretty scrappy. So this is Daniel with the free kick. As Trinity still lead by 2-0. The double from Foston. This is Lamsey. Strong breeze blowing at the moment. Kwashi plays it nicely back to Lamsey. As Tuckett, Lamsey, cleared away, but QRC trying to maintain some sort of pressure here. Tuckett has to go back to King. Goes back to Kasami. Does well. Gets it towards Gray. He plays it to Harriman. Says Nelson. So QRC, they give it away. And here comes Trinity East. This is a strong run. Gets it in field, looking for Foston. And the run coming there. Let's see, it looked like Crowell making that run. Or was it? No, it was Barnwell actually making that run and trying to get it across towards Foston. And it's going to be a left-sided corner for Trinity College East. There is the coach of Queen's Royal College, former national standout, Kenwin Jones. Not very happy, I would think, at the moment.
Yeah, and rightfully so. It's,
they're not scoring, Brent, and they're conceding.
Well, I think they've made some really sloppy errors, and I think from a coaching perspective, that's where you get a bit irate, because as much as you can draw up the tactical approach that needs to be executed, when a team makes poor mistakes, coaches normally go berserk.
Well, here is the corner, but it's hit right to this last post, to Hill. Hill trying to, this was Foston trying to sort of backheel it towards Hill. It comes off the QRC defenders, and it's going to be a right-sided corner this time, and Barnwell is coming across to take the corner. Anderson Barnwell trying to increase the lead for Trinity College East. At the moment they lead by 2 goals to 0. Oh, it's gone straight into the goal. Another sloppy goal. It goes straight in from Barnwell. It was the curler. There was Tuckett at the first post, Brent. He had the easy task to head it away. He missed it, and the goalkeeper just didn't get across in time. There's goalkeeper Kasami. But you can't have, it should have been cleared off the line by the fullback Tuckett. He missed it, and Barnwell has scored the third one in the 31st minute. And this is really not what the doctor ordered for Queen's Royal College. Let's have a look, Brent.
Well, the corner came in. I'm sure I heard a shout from the goalkeeper, and it's almost like he ducked out of the way, because there was a yelp. Not sure if it was from the goalkeeper.
Did it take a deflection as well?
Well, he guided it into the goal.
Yeah, so I would think that you'll have to take that as an own goal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it is. The ball, of course, trajectory was changed by the deflection. But I'm not sure if he heard a shout and obviously tried to move out of the way last minute, but was poor.
Yeah. You have to say, outside of the second goal that Foston created for himself and put it away, the other 2 goals were the undoing of a sloppy defensive work from QRC. But here goes Foston. Cleared away upfield there by Gray. It's picked up by Nelson. He's come back onto this left side. This is Tuckett. Back to Nelson. Lamsey. Tuckett. Decides to go all the way back to King. Gray. Wide is Harriman, but he goes to Brown. Oh, not a good ball, and Gray has to clean up. Some really silly errors being made by Queen's Royal College. I would think Coach Kenwin Jones is livid.
Yeah, and this is sloppy in the sense that it's pedestrian pace. It's not impacting, of course, Trinity College East in any way. It's good to possess the football, but you have to have purpose in what you do. Maybe this is the purpose.
Well, that's a good ball. James couldn't take it in his stride. And this is Cruel. But picked up here by, is it Kwashi?
That's a good ball.
Gives it to Nelson. This is a chance. Oh, that's a good tackle. Excellent tackle coming in the end from Cruel. So Dexter Cruel putting in a last-ditch tackle as Nelson was about to unleash the trigger. And
he should not even had the chance to make the tackle. It was too slow by Nelson.
Yeah.
Had to run. He had to go on to the ball. It seemed like he took forever to get there.
Not sure. It's almost as if he was saying, well, the tackle is going to come. Let me just wait for the corner. So Nelson with the corner.
That's poor.
Yep.
That's really poor. It sums up the half that QRC has had so far. It's been poor by their standards. They'd be bitterly disappointed in what they've produced so far. And Coach Jones has a lot to think about at the halftime. Not sure if it's personnel. Look again here. That's just sloppy, Colin.
Yeah. They started to move forward with the ball nicely and were knocking it around, and then all of a sudden,
self-inflicted.
Yeah.
And as a coach, it's hard to accept that, because you know they're trying to do things correct tactically, and the execution is what's letting them down, and decision making as well.
Well, this is Nelson. Trying to do too much. It's picked up by Frank Williams. That's Daniel getting that ball across. But here comes Foston. This could be number 4. This is for number 4. Foston has got his hat-trick. Where was the QRC defense, Brent Sancho?
Well, there was appeals for offside in some quarters of that defense. I myself have my speculations as to whether or not he was offside. As we take a look at it here, Colin, look at when the ball is played. That's onside.
Yep.
He's onside. It's a good run. That's a great angle of it. And when he got here, goalkeeper was beaten. 3 blue shirts.
I think Gray was the one Brent played him onside.
Yeah, he played him onside. He should have stepped up.
And
Of course, as we had a very good view of it, certainly wasn't offside. That's an excellent finish. But you're right, Colin. Where was the QRC defense? And you'd have to suggest that it's game set match, and we're just only about 36 minutes into this one.
yeah, it's all over.
And if you ever were to write a story on how to lose a football game on your own, Queen's Royal College would be the author of that.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
They've just shot themselves in the foot. That's just poor defensively. When you look at the shape for that 4th goal by Forston, there's no way you could be in that sort of situation where he's just running in on goal. It almost look like they've given up.
You got to give him credit. I mean, he took the goal well in the end, but surely, Brent, as you rightly said, the defense was all over the place. There was no marking. They played him onside. I mean, everything about that was wrong. All right. I suppose it's interesting because it will give Kenwyn Jones some work to do.
Well,
he's got a lot of work.
A lot of work to do, and it's. I'm very sure from his perspective, it's an off result. They would have had a good victory against Malik, 4-2. They would have spanked East Mukarapo by 5-0.
And they had a draw, I think, with Chaguanas North 2-2 as well. You know, so they haven't been outside of that first game against a very good Samoa North team in Boog. You don't go to Samoa North and win so easily.
In the first game of the season.
Exactly.
As well.
So you got to say, okay, you know, but after that game, there was a lot of signs of good football from Queen's Royal College, a lot of good signs. But today has been really a disaster.
Really poor, and a lot of it is, again, they're doing. And when you even look back at the opportunities that they had, Colin, trying to go for a very acrobatic finish when
it should have been just a header.
It's a simple header.
And then the Kwashi breakaway.
Yeah, correct. Just needed to tap it either side of the goalkeeper, and he went with power straight down the middle. So, you know, people talk about coaches and coaching that impacts results and impacts the team, but I think as a coach, there's not much you can do.
No, and I'm certain Kenwyn Jones does drills like that with them.
Yeah.
Shooting drills, one-on-one situations, and when you get into a match, you expect them to execute, but they don't execute, and they shoot themselves in the foot.
Well, when you talk about the severity of this defeat, this is a team, Colin, that hasn't scored much.
Yes, that's right.
They've equaled their total in the amount of goals they've scored so far in the season.
And we're not half. We're just halfway there. We're just 38 minutes into the first half. Amazing.
But I stand corrected. They've scored 3 goals so far.
They scored 3-0, I think, in the very first game.
Against Maruga.
Yeah.
And now they've come and they scored 4 goals here in one half.
And there's another lack of communication. Again.
Yeah. It's just...
I heard the ball keep up.
Yeah.
I heard it from here. And still... Tuckett was there clearing it. He's had a hard afternoon. Kasami. Shimel Kasami.
It's just been an off day in the office for them, and I think as we wind down to the first half, he's going to have to make changes, Kenwyn, and as well he's going to have a stern conversation with his players, and a lot of it won't be about tactical changes. It will be just about application and stop shooting yourself in the foot.
Because you look at the makeup of this QRC team, Brent, and they've got quite a number of pretty good players.
Yeah, they can compete. And this is another good run.
Yeah. I mean, you've got Kwashi there who was on that run. You've got Lamsey You've got Nelson, James, Caruth. You know, they're a good team. But again, the names I call there are all players going forward.
Yeah.
And they've been poor defensively here today.
Well, not just poor in not being able to stop Trinity College East, but poor in gifting Trinity College East their chances.
That's right. Well, a free kick. It's going to be Nelson. So here is Nelson with the... Oh, that's
I don't understand that, Colin.
You can't score from there.
It's about 40 yards out.
Yeah.
And unless you're Roberto Carlos,
But it's
you're not going to score from there.
But it's not even hit with power, Brent.
Or direction.
Yeah. Well, we're in the final 5 minutes, and I think Kenwin Jones would love this half-time whistle to go so he can take his players off.
I think he'd be bitterly disappointed for them as well, because he knows they can do better.
Here is the shot, and just trickles wide. Shot coming there, was that Kwashi getting it on his left foot, but came off the outside of his boot. And it's going to be a goal kick for Trinity College East. Yes, it was Kwashi. Right at the last minute, trying to get it with that left foot, but it just came off the outside of the boot. That's not a good ball. It's going to be a throw for QRC.
Well, there's a lot of activity down at the Queen's Royal College bench, and you would think that changes would be rung in.
Well, he's warming up 3 subs.
Yeah, but I don't blame him.
Could have warmed up all 5. But here is Tuckett with the throw. Is Whiteman, who's done yeoman service at the back for Trinity College East. Ball comes off of Bastian Cowan. So here is the throw, sent towards Caruth. Caruth trying to turn with it, but not allowed to. And away comes Hill.
It's a good tackle.
But this is Kwashi. Still, the loose ball finally goes towards Hill. Gets it to Frank Williams. He plays it to Prince. Foston on the run again, but this time Kasami comes out and clears his lines.
They need a goal.
It gets it to
They need
Frank.
a goal, QRC.
Yeah, they do. If just for their confidence and belief. Here's James.
It's heavy touch.
Yep.
Heavy touch.
See the looking up at the referee, but it was a heavy touch and he went down.
Yeah, you're right, Colin. Just for the confidence and obviously the belief of getting back into the game, they need a goal. At least to bring it to 4-1.
This is Kwashi.
It's done well.
Needs to get it over. Never did. Goes out and it's going to be a throw for QRC. This is Harriman going up to take the throw. Gets it back towards Gray. He plays it to Harriman and he's going to get a corner. No, it's headed away by Providence. And there was Barnwell climbing all over Harriman. So it's going to be a free kick. And Nelson, no doubt, is going to go across to take the free kick. QRC, on the other hand, warming up some substitutes. See, Mohammed is warming up. Dubé is also warming up. And no doubt they will be probably going on at the... There is the 3 players warming up. And the other one is Griffith. No doubt they may go on at half-time. They shot. It takes a deflection. The keeper does well. The shot there coming from Gray. But the deflection, the keeper did well in the end. This is Tuckett. Can't get it to Lamsey. Whiteman wins it. Frank Williams turning with it. Still in possession, but that's well won by Franklin. He plays it out towards Nelson. Nelson looking to play a 1-2 there and get that ball back going up that right side. But across comes Providence. He does well. as Kwashi was looking to play Nelson in behind the defense. This is Kwashi. Harriman. It's been a really excellent day here down at the Hasely Crawford Stadium. It's been sunny, it's been warm, it's been tough conditions for the players, but the field is in immaculate condition. This is Forstin. He's already had a hat-trick. This is Daniel. He gives it away towards Lamsey. Lamsey playing it through to Caruth. He has to wait. Turns nicely. Going forward with it. This is a chance for Caruth. Oh, he misses. In the final minute, when you were hoping that QRC could get a goal back and sort of go in at the half with some sort of confidence, Caruth went right through. There it is, Brent.
Yeah, he right turn of pace. It was a tight angle, Colin.
Yep.
Very, very difficult. And the ball just never stuck in. That was a chance.
Well, he went for the far post and it just crept back, crept beyond that far post, and that's the situation here. The referee whistle goes to indicate that we're at the half, and at the half, Trinity College East, they're having a wonderful time here at the Hasely Crawford Stadium because they lead by 4-0. 3 goals coming off the boot of that man Jaheim Fostin, and we would think an own goal off the head of Kellon Tuckett of Queen's Royal College, and Trinity College East. They have closed the first half in a comfortable position here. They lead by 4-0. This is a team who hasn't scored in their previous 3 games, but boy oh boy, they've made up for it this afternoon. They lead at halftime 4-0. Trinity College East against QRC. We're going to take a break and then come back here at the Hasely Crawford Stadium.
Check. One. Huh?
If anything, but I'm not sure we need one. Find out if we need one.
Caribbean and Tau Lamsey. Turn this way. Right there. Turn this way.
Well, welcome back here to the Hazy Crawford Stadium. We're at the half between this very interesting encounter that we thought it could have gone either way. But at the half, QRC, they are trailing Trinity College East by 4-0. And yes, you're hearing us right. A hat-trick so far from Jaheim Faustin. He was the danger man when we did that game on Wednesday with Sawa North. But here, let's quickly get into the highlights of this first half. And there is Faustin with the first shot on goal, but it went just wide. And you could see he was proven to be a threat. But then a terrible mistake. Gray passing a ball across the face of his goal, and the King was backing away. The goalkeeper never came, but Faustin, he nipped in between them and he put it into the back of the net just like that. 1-0, and then it was 2-0. Took the ball from Bastian Cohen, a cross ball. He looked up, he saw Faustin, took it one touch, then put it on his left foot and put it into the corner of the net, and it was 2-0. Then a corner. Barnwell with a corner. We're not too sure if it came off the head of Tuckett and went into the goal. What we are sure about, it meant that Trinity College East with 3-0 up. And then this was a ball sent through from Prince, and there is Faustin going round the keeper and then just calmly pushing it into the back of the net to make it 4-0. And who would have thought that? There's that man with a hat-trick, Faustin. But QRC was never out of it. In the last minute, Karut going right through. He tried to get into the far corner and he just missed it. So at the half, 4-0. Let's have a look at the stats, Brent, of the first half.
Well, as we take a look at the stats, Queen's Royal College with 8 shots, 4 of those on target. Trinity College East with 11, 6 of those on target. 5 fouls collectively, 2 for Queen's Royal College, 3 for Trinity College East. 1 card so far in this game. It was a yellow one, and it went to Trinity College East. No, 1 offside, 1 for Trinity College East. 5 saves collectively, 2 for Queen's Royal College, 3 for Trinity College East. 2 saves, and of course 4 for Trinity College as well. Of course, a game statistically that seems even, but the mistakes would have shot themselves in the foot. That is Queen's Royal College. But let's have a word with Hans.
Thank you very much, Brent and Colin, joined by a member of the QRC coaching staff, assistant manager Ryan Smith. I mean, y'all just came off of a win against Malik 4-2. Is it nerves? Is it overconfidence? What caused the errors so far?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. We have the nerves. They're looking very unsettled on the field. They have the Trinity number 19 running through them, so I don't know what's going on, but hopefully at halftime we'll have a little talk with the coach and hopefully get that under control. But we also have a lot of illnesses that was running through, not just the team, but the whole of QRC on the whole. A lot of virus going on. So some of the guys now coming off of that and recovering, so they're looking a little drawn with that. That situation.
Well, Coach, we know your team can score goals. You all scored 5 against East Mokarapo, so we're looking forward to a different second half?
Yeah, definitely in the second half. I think if they just get 1 goal, they will lift their spirits a little bit, and they will, you'll start to see some action coming from them. They get a little rest at halftime, come back out there strong. Thank
you very much, Mr. Ryan Smith from Queen's Royal College, Keith Van Loo from Trinity College East. Now, let us be very honest. It feels like a completely different team than we saw on Wednesday.
I think today what we're doing now is we converting our chances.
Yeah.
We creating a lot more, but we also converting our chances, and I think that is why we are ahead in this game today.
Well, definitely converting your chances, because just today alone we saw you all score more goals than you all have scored for the entire season.
Yeah, we scored 3 against Mokarapo, but the other games we were 1-0 losses. Yeah. And putting the ball in the back of the net, it's surely building a confidence throughout the team, and we can only go from strength to strength from here.
So does this look like an improvement for the rest of the season?
Definitely. Also, we finally getting to play on a dry playing surface, a dryish playing surface. So, we getting to do what we would have done throughout the preseason, which is put down the ball and play a lot more. I think the boys are enjoying the conditions today.
Thank you very much, Assistant Coach Keith Van Loo from Trinity College East. When we come back, the second half, we see if QRC can do what's necessary to get back in the game, or if Trinity East can defend their 4-0 lead. But let's look at two key players from either team. We have Caden Carby and also Tao Lamsey. Let's take a look.
Personally, I think the team is coming together very well because we have been training practically every day together for the past 3+ months. I think that is helping the team a lot. The centre midfield for the team myself is very important because, as everyone may know, it is the engine room in football, and that is where all the hard work is done. I motivate myself and my teammates by always trying to stay positive and not focusing too much on the negative. If something bad happens, we learn from it and we move on. I'm very excited to start back playing because, as I said, it was very hard to adapt to not playing. So I'm very excited to return to the football field after 2 years.
The team is coming together as a unit great. We are getting more team bonding skills together as we're in camp right now. We're getting closer every day, and I think we'll do good this season. Well, I'm excited because it's my first time playing Intercal and to be a great experience, and I just want to go out there, have fun and win. I just came out of a season, so it wasn't hard for me personally to regain fitness, but I got fitter during the training sessions, and I think this is the fittest I've ever been. This is a great team, and everyone has their own personalities. Everyone's close together as you go to school together. We knew each other for a few years, so it's great being together with my teammates, my classmates, my peers. This is my first time on the Intercal team, so I think it's a good opportunity for me to showcase my talent and a great experience.
Welcome back here to here's the Crawford Stadium. We at the half, and the players in fact are coming back out onto the field. Queen's Royal College coming up against Trinity College East, and yes, it's 4-0. Trinity College East, they lead against Queen's Royal College. It was not a good first half for QRC, and they really shot themselves in the foot. They didn't score. They didn't score when they should have, and then of course they let in some bad goals. The referee, Crystal Sobers, of course, the international referee, and her officials, Prudence Fleming and Johan Cornell. So this is just about getting ready for the start of the second half. The assistant referees at the moment, and we see referee Cornell is just well, she started. Hold on, the assistant referees are not yet in position. I think she's not realized that. But the game is going on at the moment. Referee Sobers, and there is the assistant now running up, Cornell.
Well, they were doing some repairs
to the nets.
To the nets, and
she didn't realize that.
I don't think she realized that, but
I've never seen that yet, Brett. Oh, that's a classic. That's a first. Here is Faustin, the man who's got a hat-trick. Just to confirm, the third goal has been credited to Barnwell. So straight from the corner. Here's Faustin. Flashes across the face of the goal. Could have been his fourth. We did mention when they played Samoa North that he was the biggest threat to this for the Trinity College East team, and so it has proved today.
I think the difference is he's been gifted a couple of his opportunities. That was not the case with Samoa North. They were a lot stingier. I think from a Queen's Royal College perspective, you're going to have to take this game in bit sizes and maybe look at the first 10 minutes or so and try to get a goal back. I think if they get a goal back within the first 10 minutes, Colin, the momentum may just shift with them.
Yeah, it's going to give them some confidence as well, and who knows, it may very well, it's going to be interesting how Trinity College East come out in the second half. Are they going to just try and manage this game, Brent, and say, look, we're 4 goals up, let's just keep things tight, or are they going to continue to go forward and try and get a fifth?
Well, I think when you take a page of what we saw against Samoa North on Wednesday, this Trinity College East side is very capable of sitting back and defending quite well. And you talk about game management. I think that's what they're used to doing. So I'd be very surprised if they start throwing numbers forward, being 4 goals up.
Well, that is played right across the field there. Looks to be Lamsey. He's looking for the shot, but he took it right on top of Hill, and this time it's Daniel. Sorry, that's Harriman. Getting it to Gray. He goes to King all the way back to goalkeeper Kasami. Gets it to King. Oh, that's a poor ball. He's giving it away.
Not needed.
But Daniel himself gives it right back to Queen's Royal College as they look to come forward with it now. Long searching ball. Is James going to get it? Yes, he does. And in fact, he kept it in, but it comes off of Barnwell, and it goes for a throw for QRC. It's Harriman with the throw. Gets it inside towards Caruth. He was asking for the return ball, but Harriman just allowed it to go out. And this time it's cleared upfield. Foston. Away goes Foston. Well, he's being harassed by King, but here's Foston. This could be the Beaver. It is the Beaver. Foston is turning this thing into a one-man show. Watch at that celebration, Brent. You used to do that 200 years ago. What a celebration. But, you know, give that guy credit. He has done exceedingly well. But you've got to say, Brent, poor defending from King.
Yeah, it's really disappointing from a Queen's Royal College perspective. But for that man in the screen, it's all smiles. 4 goals for the work. Eventually muscles King out of the way and put the ball into the back of the net here. It's just amazed that there was not a Queen's Royal College defender in sight.
That's right.
To support King. He was just out muscle and that was it. And I think Kenwin, all that he would have said at the halfway mark is gone.
It's been a really very poor display of defending by the QRC. So the Beaver trick for Foston coming in the 14th, the 17th, the 35th and the 50th minute of this game. Wow, this is a team.
It's a shocking scoreline because coming into this game, Colin, you did ask me what I thought, and I did say it was an evenly matched contest, and that was based on what we saw from both teams and of course their recent results. But I don't think anyone could have predicted this. Certainly not Coach Jones or anyone for that matter.
Yeah. And not a 5-0 after 50 minutes.
No, not at all.
A little bit of sloppy play at the moment. Tuckett couldn't get the ball clear. And really a tussle there on that far side with Foston. Does well eventually. And the shot comes from a long way out, and that shouldn't be a problem, and it is not a problem for Kasami. "5-0 Trinity College East against QRC. Well. This is Caruth looking to get it to James. It's picked up by Barnwell. Gets it to Prince. Trying to play it through to Bastian Cowan. But James can't control it, so Barnwell gets it to Hill. It comes off of Hill. Going to be a throw for QRC. 51 minutes gone here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Well, Brent, the lights are on, so that's good news. Because it gets dark here by, I would think, by 10 to 6, 5 to 6, it starts to get a little bit dark. But it's been a really great day in terms of the weather.
Yeah, we talked about, of course, some of the pitches that we've seen over the last week or so. Mostly heavy in terms of the mud, slush, in some instances waterlogged. As we have a look at some of the lights being turned on, still has natural light, natural sunlight being shown, and of course some of the lights are added. But you're right, Colin, it does get dark by a particular time. Hopefully, I have to be reminded that this game started late because the first game started late.
That's right. So here's Nelson with the free kick. Oh,
it's just I'm trying to understand what they're trying to execute. It's not a shot on goal, and it's not a cross.
You know, the thing about it, Nelson seems to be the one who takes all the free kicks, all the corners, and you would think, Brent, that, you know, he practices every day. When I say every day, once there's a practice session, I'm sure Kenwin Jones would say to him, go and take free kicks, go and take some corners, and that type of thing. And maybe at practice he's hitting the target. But I don't think, outside of a free kick that he sent to the far post, I think his execution of his free kicks and his corners have not been very good.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's been the execution of it. It's certainly not, I don't think it's technique. You're looking at what he's trying to do. He's putting his laces through something, and I'm not sure if he's expecting a different trajectory of it. It's football is a quite simple geometry. You hit it with force, power, and with your laces, it's going to go hard.
Here is QRC looking to come forward with Nancy.
They're starting to fall apart.
Yeah. They've got to pick their heads up. That's a good ball, much better to James.
He's got to play it out wide. That's a foul.
Foul by Hill on James, so QRC with a free kick. And across is going to come Nelson, no doubt.
Oh, he's been taken off those duty. Well, yeah, he does.
No,
come across.
Yes, he comes across. He's going to take it. Crowd has built up substantially, Brent. This looks like a national game, the kind of crowd we have here. Or I wouldn't say a pro league game. But here's well, this could be trouble, but Dalrymple in there and takes it nicely.
Well, it's still a poor free kick again. I mean, I know the goalkeeper came out, but he's got to move it away from the goalkeeper.
And that's the beauty with secondary schools football. Here's the shot.
Deflected.
Yep. No deflection. It goes straight over the bar from Nelson. It's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, that's the thing with secondary schools league, Brent. The following is such that you get crowds, you get parents, past pupils, friends, and that's what builds up the crowds. Here, QRC is going to make. Is it two? They seem to going to make two substitutions. Mohammed and Dube are coming on. Nelson is coming off. So Nelson is making his way off. Mohammed, the number 5, has gone on. And we'll give you the other substitution in a moment. I know Dube has gone on. Not too sure who he's gone on for. We'll get that information for you. This is Bastian Cowan, does well. Sends a good ball over to the far side. Foston trying to head it on, but it goes to Daniel. Sent downfield. This is Caruth on the go, going down that left side. Still Caruth. But it's played out and it's going to be a corner for QRC. So Caruth did well, picked up that ball just inside the Trinity half and was able to carry it at least 30-40 meters down and wins his team a corner. So no Nelson on the field, so Caruth is going to take the corner himself. Plays it back to Lamsey. Has the shot and appeal go up there for handball, but referee Sobers was not interested. This is Gray sending it down, but it's going to go out of play harmlessly, and it's going to be a goal kick for Trinity College East. So there is the subs. Nelson is off, Mohammed on for Nelson. And Harriman, is off, and Dube is on for him. So Harriman off, and Dube has gone into the midfield. Franklin has gone in the center of the defense now, and Gray has come out to a right back position. There's Franklin getting it to Gray, plays it to James. Back to Franklin. It's not bad from Queen's Royal College, but then they give it away. This is Whiteman. Searching ball there for Forston. Foul committed on Tuckett. So it's going to be a free kick for QRC. This is Lamsey. Caruth plays that ball to Kwashi. Back to Caruth. Kwashi. Nice little bit of interplay between those two. Still Kwashi, but he's harassed there by Whiteman. And this is Lamsey. Has a crack. Not a bad effort. Good save. We have seen that before from Lamsey. He likes to shoot from distance, Brent. And it's not the first time he's put the ball on target. There's a QRC contingent. At last they've got something to cheer, because that was a very good shot, but it was an even better save.
Yeah, good shot, good save. Working the ball down the left-hand side with Caruth. Eventually comes to Lamsey, looks up, says, why not? I'm going to have a crack at this. That's a good flying save there. Right, strong right hand by the goalkeeper, tipping it around the post. Could have easily flown into the goal. It's a deep corner.
It goes to the far post. This is our chance. The ball blocked before it could reach the keeper. This ball sent upfield. Forston, is he going to give chase? No doubt he will. But it's cleared downfield, and still QRC finally getting it down towards Kwashi. Kwashi sends a good ball out onto the side, the right side, the near side, to Caruth. Caruth trying to get by the opposing defenders. He's not able to do that. It comes away to Prince. Gets it to Barnwell. Barnwell coming forward with it. Still Barnwell. Oh, he stopped in his tracks. Caruth picks it up. Gets it to Kwashi. He plays it to Lamsey. Lamsey turns nicely with it, looking around. Sees that he was thinking of Caruth making that run going down the line, but it was hit far too much in advance of him, and it's going to be a throw for Trinity College East. We see a substitution. Figaro is coming on, and the man coming off is Riley Hill. So Figaro, the number 18 player, it's gone on, and Ricky Hill takes his exit. So TCE, big and bold, there's a confirmation of the substitution. Figaro for Hill. So very interesting, Brent. Just an update on the game between Presentation College and Chaguanas North. Presentation winning by 3-0, which means that they're keeping pace with Samoa North. Both teams now having played 5 and winning 5.
Yeah, I think with that win,
both teams have qualified from this group.
Yeah, both teams would have qualified. It's a group with 8 teams, of course, and it would be their 5th game.
Yeah.
Today's game, their 5th game. There's still 15 points to play for. 9 points to play for. And with this win here, win for Presentation College, it puts them on 15 points. I think their closest is QRC on 7.
That's right, before the start of this game, and Trinity East was on 6.
This could be trouble. This could be trouble. That's well defended. He did well.
That's Franklin. Now he's come out of the midfield, Brent, and he's picked up that central role. At here is a chance.
He needed to take it in more.
Stuffed it.
Yeah. It was always going to be difficult. He's hitting across his body with the ball coming from the right-hand side. It's a very difficult skill. He was trying to hit with his left foot. It may have been different, but I still felt he could have taken the ball in a bit more, closer to the goal, and then tried to place it in.
So here is...
As we take another look at it here, Colin, It's a very far out and never really had a chance.
And this is Prince. That's a good ball there from Figaro, the man who's come on as a substitute. Foston had some work to do and did it well because he chased the ball, came back inside, and Tuckett had to put in the challenge. It came off of him. It's gone out for a through for Trinity College East. Ball sent towards Bastian Cowan. Still in possession. He plays it. That's a good ball. And the cross comes over to the far side. Prince is giving chase. He keeps it in. But he gives it away. But Barnwell gets it back. And Prince.
I'm not sure what was called there.
Yeah. I wasn't sure myself because I didn't see the official flag go up.
No, not at all.
Well, maybe it was for some sort of infringement, but...
Well, it couldn't be because she was looking along the lines.
I'm just giving the benefit of the doubt, Brent.
Fair enough, Colin.
Yeah, it's a ball being played, and that's again given away. So it's going to be a through for Trinity College East. This is Prince. You know, this Prince guy, Brent, he's had an interesting game. To me, he's Mr. Efficient. You know, whatever he's done it well. Oh, that's a bad... Foston would have been through. Not Foston, sorry. Figaro would have been through. Yeah, Prince, if you look at Prince all afternoon, you know, he picks up the ball, he lays off his passes, he runs into space. I think he's had a good game without being you know, a star, if you catch what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, he's been very solid.
Well, it's going to be a throw for QRC. Yep.
As we have another look here, the ball was played out. I'm trying to figure out where was the offside here, and then it was called.
Yes, well, Prince picks it up.
Not sure.
Yeah, it was
inconclusive.
I don't know if there was contact there from Prince, but I didn't see much of it. Didn't see much contact. Here goes Gray. Gets it towards, this is Caruth now. Getting it to Lamsey. Trying to play it through to Caruth, but just well a little defended. Bit, interception there. And played forward to Prince. Calmly plays it back to, was it Barnwell? Oh, no, it wasn't Barnwell, actually. It seemed to be Providence coming forward and played it out. Here's Dubé. Lamsey. Cleared upfield by Providence. This is Gray. Franklin. But he gives it away. So it's very sloppy at the moment. Extremely sloppy. 2-3 passes can't be strung together. But this time, the ball is played wide. Picked up by Figaro. But he gives it away for the second time. Oh, he wins it back. This time it's a better ball to Foston. Plays it wide. Foston has made the run. At the far post, it's Prince. This is Prince. Oh! He's missed it. Well. Maybe I talked a little too early about Mr. Efficient because he should have put that. It was a really good cross from Foston. Let's have a look at it, Brent.
Yeah, it's a good run. Good cross, beating all of the blue shirts and, of course, the yellow shirt as well.
Yeah, I
think he could have gone with his left foot.
I was about to say that.
With his right.
Yeah.
And he got it all wrong.
Got it all
at the end of the day.
Well, here's Lamsey.
He deserved the goal as well. You're right. He's had a very good game.
Good ball out to Caruth, but he's in an offside position. So it's going to be a free kick for Trinity College East. They still lead here by 5-0 at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. It's Trinity College East looking to make another substitution. Jonathan Emmerich will be coming onto the field shortly. We'll let you know who he will be replacing. So this is Kwashi. Still Kwashi. Sending that ball through.
It's got to finish.
Oh, over the bar. James couldn't keep it down.
I think the on-rushing defender coming in there, we've had a say in that.
So away comes Trinity College East, but they give it right back to Queen's Royal College. That's a good interception by Gray. This is Caruth. Looking to play it right across. Oh, that's well won here. Oh, that's some tough challenge there coming in by Crowell. Fossin.
It's a good tackle.
Excellent. Played out. Through for QRC. There is Whiteman. Caruth just flicking the ball on. It's going to go out of play, and it's going to be a through for QRC. I think we're going to make that substitution now. So Bastian Cowan is the man coming off. Bastian Cowan, the number 19. And Jonathan Emmerich is the man going on. So Emmerich for Bastian Cowan. This is Franklin. Very interesting ball, trying to get James going. Goes beyond him. And Emmerich has gone over to that far side. See Trinity East looking to make yet another substitution. That ball played, and Kasami is sending it off. We see another substitution being made. This time the Beaver Trick hero is going to come off. And Seretse Brown is the man coming on. And what an ovation he should get from not only his teammates, but whoever is supporting Trinity East should stand to applaud that young man. So there was confirmation of the substitution. Brown on and Fostin off. Shouldn't be difficult, Brent, to decide on who's the man of the match, but you know, you might very well say the goalkeeper. So I'm not too sure.
Well, I'm been trying to be balanced and non-biased. Speaking here for myself.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. See a free kick awarded for Trinity East.
Yeah, it's safe to say Fostin is the man of the match. He's, of course, put away his chances, but more importantly, he's the reason why the scoreline the way it is.
So QRC now making another substitution. Cardinal is coming on, and I think James is coming off. So Cardinal. Number 7. And James off. So Cardinal sprints over to the far side. He's probably going to take up that wide position out on the left, I would think. So a straight swap for James. Oh, that's a good turn from Brown. Brown goes for the return ball. Still Brown. Oh, finally. Tackle coming in from Tuckett. It goes out, and it's going to be a corner for Trinity College East.
What an introduction to the game that would have been. It's a good bit of moves there.
Got some pace, Brent.
Yeah, outpacing. I thought he made the wrong decision there in stepping over the football and trying to cut inside. And maybe it just needed him to continue to power through. Good introduction. Nice start.
Prince with a shot. Ooh,
What?
that deflection could so easily have nestled into the top corner. But luckily for Tuckett, it went high over the bar. So the left-sided corner played short to Prince. He plays it back there, and the shot coming. Oh, just pushed over the bar. There was the shot from Frank Williams. It was played to Prince, the short corner, and he played it towards Frank Williams. Jeremiah Frank Williams had the shot from distance. Brent, let's have a look at it.
He got a lot of it, of power behind it. Tell you what, it looked like it hit the crossbar, Colin, and then back off of his hands.
Well, here is
Take another look at that at some point, but I'm not sure he pushed it over. It looked like it hit the crossbar
and came back onto his hands
and then over the bar.
Oh, yeah. Well, confirmation there of the substitution. Cardinal for James. That was the final substitution made by QRC. Mikel Cardinal. There is the shot, Brent. Let's have a look.
Done well to create that little extra space to hit it. Yeah, it did.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yep. Came off the bar, back onto his hands, and went over the bar. Well, Kasami, he's conceded 5. I think he needs a little bit of luck. Free kick for QRC. We're in the final 15 minutes of this game. Lamsey seems to be down. Is it cramp? And the song, the famous song, Brent. QRC, we want a goal.
Yeah, it's they trying to get the boys going, the Royalians, the players. They must feel a bit dejected.
Oh yeah, for
Colin.
sure.
And I think as well, disappointed in themselves for the type of performance that they put forward here today. I think that's the main part of it. That they would be disappointed in themselves. They know they can do better.
Well, they would have come here with high hopes as well. And as you rightly said, it was a tight one, difficult one to call. 1 point separated them. And QRC has had some pretty decent results in the last few matches. What is happening here? The keeper, Kasami, couldn't clear it. It went high up in the air. And this is a chance here. Is it Brown? It is Brown. Still Brown. The shot comes over the bar. The shot coming from Prince there, and it went just over the bar. But what was Kasami doing? My word, he's had a nightmare here today. He went to clear it, and it just went straight up in the air.
Well, that's the sort of decision making and execution we've seen throughout the game. Simple back pass here. Could have taken a touch. Instead, ballooned it up in the air, and then the chaos ensued. Eventually, the melee ended up with the ball at Brown's feet, and then he shot wide. But that sums it up, Colin. That's exactly what we've seen throughout this game by Queen's Royal College. They have really been not at the races here today.
That's it, and it could so easily have been a half a dozen.
Well, it's out of character.
And it's still got about 13 minutes for that to happen.
Exactly.
So this is the man who's come on as a substitute, Cardinal.
He's done well. That's a good ball.
It's a good ball to Caruth. He goes down. The referee says no. She says get up. So he was looking for the foul. But here comes QRC. Going forward, they haven't looked all that bad. This is Kwashi. This is Kwashi. Still Kwashi. Oh!
It's a save. It's a tremendous save, Colin. Well, it's not your night. It's not your night.
But you know, you've got to give Dalrymple credit, Brent. Here's Kwashi. He's worming his way through. 1, 2, 3. Then he gets the return ball from the defender. And Dalrymple, left leg does the trick. But you know, we talk about Dalrymple, Brent. He's only conceded 3 goals this season.
And he's made some good saves today.
Yeah.
One in particular in the first half, a nice right-handed stop by Mlamte from distance. No, that was actually in this half.
Well, we see another substitution, but in the meantime, Caruth is going to take the corner. There is Dalrymple. That's why, Brent, I was saying you may very well say Dalrymple is man of the match.
Well, you stopped me.
But I'm just joking. I'm just joking, Brent.
But you stopped me in my tracks and you made it a bit obvious. So I couldn't do it.
So just about 10 and a half minutes left in this game. And Trinity College East leading by 5-0, and they're looking to make a substitution. So Providence seems to be the man coming off. And taking his place is it Hill? Yes. Hashim Hill is the man coming on. So Hill, number 13 on, and Providence, the skipper, is off, and the armband has been given to Frank Williams. As Caruth, ball comes off of Prince, and I think that's going to be a throw for, no, it's come out for a goal kick. So the final 10 minutes of this game. Can QRC, as the supporters are singing, QRC, we want a goal, can they at least get one? A consolation item. Kwashi has had some really good chances, Brent.
And you have to take all of that as part of the package that is this game. They did have their chances. We talked about the one they missed. And of course, Trinity College East went down the other end and scored.
That's right. Kwashi was straight through on goal.
Yeah,
and what a difference that would have made to the game. Yeah. Because instead of it being quickly 2-0 down, it would have been 1-1.
Yeah. Those moments are the moments that change the ebb and flow of a football game, and they've had a lot of those. And of course, you add to the fact that they gave away, and I mean not just from the figurative perspective, but they actually gave away a couple goals as well. The pass back in particular was beyond sloppy. This is another good run.
Goes out, it's going to be a corner. Yeah, and then the corner, the direct corner, with left back on the first post, and the keeper never came, or he came, but he came too late. The door was already open.
Opened, yeah.
Couldn't close it. So, 1 or 2 spectators are leaving. The QRC supporters, give them credit, Brent, they're not leaving.
I think they may be in a state of shock, to be honest. I am for them. I'm really surprised at what we've seen here today.
Here is the corner. Dalrymple comes, he punches.
That could be a goal.
Yes, it is.
That's an excellent.
They've got the consolation.
Excellent goal.
In the 82nd minute, let's see. The man putting it into the back of the net is the substitute, Dubé. So Queen's Royal College, they have got the consolation, but it was a well taken. They are the QRC supporters.
Well, it was a flighted corner into the box. Dalrymple did well to punch. There's not much you can do about that, Colin. That is an outstanding finish. And the defender on the line, the goalkeeper, he needed a rod, a ladder, and maybe other tools to stop that.
A man lift.
And a man lift as well.
Oh, there's another one!
That's a foul.
Well,
hold on.
I think he's offside.
Offside, yeah.
He's offside. Well, that was the other substitute. I think it's Mohammed. Yes, it is Mohammed.
Well, I think they called offside before.
Yes.
Again, yeah, he was in an offside position.
In an offside position.
Not sure what Dalrymple was doing there.
Yeah, he just totally misjudged it.
I tell you what, he is.
So here comes Trinity through Brown. Franklin, good tackle. 5-1 here. Trinity East, they lead against QRC. And all of a sudden, QRC they've woken up. But somebody needs to tell them there's only 6.5 minutes left in this game. And some of the spectators here are really now into this game. And they're...
well, it depends on how you look at it. Colin Damey's viewing this as 1-1 in the second half.
Well, suppose that's one way to look at it.
Well, one of the first games that my mother ever came to, she only made it to the second half. She was late and she thought the game tied. Battered.
This is Prince. That's a good run, but he's well stopped. This is Gray. Dubé.
That's sloppy.
Can't keep
Sloppy,
it in.
and that's really indicative of what we've seen throughout this game.
That was Caruth. He couldn't keep it in, but no fault of his own. Caruth turns into trouble. Prince, but he gives it away. Lampsey sends a long ball, and out comes Dalrymple. This time he made no mistake. Wasn't a great clearance, but he got it away. But they're squashy. Looking to go through that defense again. Falls in the interim, but referee Sobers says get up. Lampsey having a crack. High and not so happy, not so handsome. Let's have a look at the Sportsmax app moment. There is the ball coming out, and this is the volley. What a good volley from Dubé. It was punched by goalkeeper Dalrymple, and it was in the back of the net from Dubé. A beauty of a volley. There was a man on the line. He couldn't get it. That was a real great goal there from young Dubé, Brent.
Yeah, outstanding stuff by the substitute, putting the ball into the back of the net. That man there, Dalrymple, didn't do much wrong this evening.
So that was our Sportsmax app moment.
Well, I think when you look at the table and where and what's next for these two teams, we'd have to suggest, Colin, that they have not found themselves in a relegation battle of sorts. They're away from that scenario. But I also feel that they're not involved in the top two conversation. And I think for both teams, they would be now turning their attentions to, of course, the intercal.
Yeah, that's all they've got.
And the zonal aspect of it.
And it's such a pity because, you know, the way the league is formatted this year, I understand the reasoning behind it. I'm not in favor of it because, you know, it's great when all the teams can meet one another, and then you get upsets. You get, you know, when you go, you visit, for example, Sanwan North, go into Trinity East, and that type of ground, that any number could have played there. They came away winning 1-0, you know, and sometimes you travel to Speyside, for example, and it's difficult going to Tobago. You go there the day, play the same day, and you can get an upset. So, you know, it's a pity as it is. The teams just got to play 7 games, and then you decide the top 2, and then the 2 from the other side, you know, from the other group, and it's a real tough thing. But that's the way it's formatted, and the good thing is that all the teams knew what they had to do before the season started.
Yeah, correct.
Well, Kwashi has had a good game. The only thing he didn't do is put the ball in the back of the net. But Kwashi is off, and Nelson is the man on. So Nelson is number 18, is it? Philip Nelson. So the number 18 is the man on.
I think from a purely spectator point of view and in the interest of entertainment, you would have liked to seen Prez Naps. You probably would have liked to seen, of course, St. Benedict's against that San Juan North team.
That's right.
Fatima College, again, against presentation and those sorts of
matchups.
And maybe we were robbed of that because of as you said, understandably, the group settings. But we've seen some interest in football. What we have seen, Colin, is some very hefty scorelines. And I think one thing this season has taught us, after, of course, the break from the pandemic, is the gap between the have and the have-nots has widened in football here in Trinidad and Tobago at school level. And the have-nots have simply slipped almost out of recognition.
Well, that's a handball call by the referee. So it's going to be a free kick for Trinity East. They lead by 5-1 against QRC. We're in the final minute, and we'll just have to wait and see just how much stoppage time the referee has allowed.
He'll be bitterly disappointed.
Yes,
Colin, he would be.
I think he knows. He knows the team can do very much better than what they've done.
Well, it's silly mistakes. I mean, he knows that
they're a better team than
what we've seen, and they've made the mistakes they've made for whatever reason that was in the player's head.
Well, this is Lamsey. Gets it to Gray. Caruth is wide. But it's played to the man who scored that beauty of a goal, the lone item for QRC, Dubé, but he loses out. And coming forward with it is Frank Williams, but
can't play in the ground.
Can't do that. So it's going to be a free kick. So we've just played 90 minutes now. And I think there's just 1 minute of added on time.
Well, he looked like a member of the Harlem Globetrotters, football style here. Match with a bit of ballerina skills, but you can't do that, play with the ball on the floor. Maybe in another sport, maybe a sport to come.
Long ball and headed away. It's going to be a corner for QRC. Can they get a second goal and at least make the score a little bit more presentable? So we have just 1 minute of added on time, and we've already played at least 40 seconds of that. So I would think after this corner should be the end of the proceedings here at the Hazy Crawford Stadium. The corner comes, and
it hit a hand.
Yeah, it seemed to have hit a hand.
I think it did, yeah. I'm almost sure that it struck a hand.
But the referee has indicated it's going to be a corner. So this time a right-sided corner. Caruth is going to come over to take it. Let's have a look at that again, Brent. It seemed the header seemed to have hit a hand. There comes the corner.
I'm almost sure. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a penalty.
Came off the hand. It was a penalty. So even that QRC is not lucky. It was a penalty, but the referee didn't spot it. So it's the end of the game here, and Trinity East, they have come away here winners by 5-1. Really, not a good display by QRC. As we keep saying, they're a much better team that we've seen here this afternoon, but they didn't take their chances. And Trinity College East, Brent, they took their chances. And of course, that the man of the match there, of course, the beaver trick, Jaheim Fostin.
Yeah, another confirmation of the score again.
Yep, 5-1, and really and truly, let's have a look, Brent, at the highlights.
Started early and often the flow of traffic for Trinity College East. Fostin just hitting the sign, and then a moment of madness by Queen's Royal College. Errant back pass. And that man, Fostin, on the spot to tuck the ball home to 1-0 for Trinity College East. They continue the momentum. Good touch out to the feet. A slotted pass. The hapless goalkeeper. The second item for Fostin. The second item for Trinity College East as they started the rampage. That was meant to be the route this afternoon.
Oh, it's got
a mix-up of epic proportions here. Really a signal of what has transpired. And then a true ball. Fostin again with the easiest of tasks evading the goalkeeper with the simplest of ease and tucking it into the back of the net. So, to put it there, Queen's Royal College with a solitary attempt in the first half. Captain Carruth just blasting that one wide. Into the second half. And of course, Trinity College East taking up where they left off. And this man continuing from where he left off in the first half with another goal of calm, cool, and a bit of a nice dance and song at the end. Lamptey trying his luck from distance. Dalrymple equal to the task and tipping it wide. Foston now with his tail up. Trinity with his tail up and a miss at the back post. Had time as well to hit the crossbar, Trinity College East, while they continue the route. Kwashi with it slalom through and Dalrymple tucking it away. And just when you thought it was going to be 5-0, up pops Dubé with arguably the goal of the game, all in consolatory fashion, but you can't take it away from the young man. What a finish by him. 5 goals to 1 for Trinity College East. Colin, let's take a look at the stats.
Yeah, 5 goals to 1, a comfortable victory for Trinity College East, and I think the stats will tell the story. As it's shots, 18 for Trinity College East, 15 for QRC, 9 shots on target Trinity College East, 7 for QRC. The foul 6-2 in favor of Trinity College East. Yellow cards, 1 for Trinity College East. That very early yellow card. There were no red cards. 2 offsides for QRC, 1 for Trinity College East. The corners, 6 for QRC, only 4 for Trinity College East. And then the saves, 6 from Trinity College East and 4 from QRC. So these are the fixtures we have for Wednesday. What an encounter, that first one. St. Benedict's against Naparima. That's you can go a long way to see that. That should be a cracker. Then we have St. Augustine against Fatima. We have Carpechima East. They come up against St. Anthony's, and Speyside, they come up they're at home against Pleasantville. So that's the situation for Wednesday and the fixtures. Let's go down to Hans. He's got the man of the match with him.
Thank you very much, Brent and Colin. Jaheem Foston, this is yours. Congratulations to you. How does it feel and what was different about today?
Well, the atmosphere from the start, you know, the boys coming back out of camp and coming out of school, coming just back out from our loss too. You know, the vibes, the momentum, everybody, you know, as a senior player on the team, coming off from my last 2 intercals from since 4 months, you know, it gave them the motivation and the seriousness more to the team to get them into this win today.
So do we look forward to this attitude and this approach being in the intercall and for the rest of the SSFL Premiership Division?
Yeah, for sure. The guys are proud, you know, they're grateful for this win. You know, we have to go back to the drawing board from square one again and back out for the next game.
Well, congratulations, Baskin. The moment you scored, you danced, you had a good time on the field today. Thank you very much. And we actually have the coach for QRC, Kenwin Jones, here joining us. Coach, what exactly happened today? Where did it go wrong? What needs improvement?
I think it is when we play live on TV. I think Sportsmax is the problem. Because it's similar to when we played against our 3 of the goals. Like, in all honesty, the team was unrecognizable to me today. In the way that we train to play, it's not supposed to happen, but Sportsmax has to be the problem.
I don't think that. Maybe it's just the news. But thanks a lot, Coach. We wish you the best in your next game.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach Kenwin Jones, coach of Trinity College East. Listen, this is the result you would have wanted. More goals scored than you all scored the entire season. I mean, what can we expect from this Trinity College East outfit?
Hopefully more goals again.
Yeah.
And more victories. Keep it solid defensively as we've been whole season and come out with some more victories, keep the discipline.
How do you all prepare for your next game? What needs improvement?
Well, we have to go back and look at the tape and see what we need to improve on.
Well, you know, you can check the tape out on Sportsmax, on Tiger Tank's YouTube, and of course the Sportsmax app and CCN TV6. Okay, this is where we wrap it up on behalf of the entire Sportsmax team. My name is Hans Devines, but just before we go, let's look at the big matchup that we're going to feature come Wednesday. It is a Group A top of the table matchup. St. Benedict's College going up against Naparima College, a battle of the South Titans. So today's score 5-1 Trinity College East getting the better of Queen's Royal College. This is where we close the curtains here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago. On behalf of the entire team, thank you for watching and good night.